Hello and welcome to Calabama Cooking. I'm so glad to have you back in the Love Lab with me. Today we are making garlic, herb, and Parmesan potato stacks. Now I made sure I said that nice and slow because I want you to start already tasting every delicious layer. Okay, let's get into it, guys. Let's get cooking. First, we're going to start with our ingredients. Of course, we've got Yukon potatoes. I love golden Yukon potatoes because they're just absolutely beautiful and they're pretty. That is why I love them. They're pretty. They're also a softer potato, but they're just so darn pretty. We've got some salt and pepper, some olive oil. We have a mixture of herbs here. This is a mixture of rosemary and thyme and parsley, etc. We've got some butter, some minced garlic, a little garlic powder because I want to make sure it's nice and garlicky, some cheeses here as well, and of course some olive oil. So let's get right into it. This is not a very complicated recipe, but it just takes a little time and you want to be safe. We're going to start with these Yukon potatoes and you're going to start by peeling them. Now I've already peeled them so you can see they're all ready to go, but I'm going to use my mandolin to cut them. Now if you're wondering about this little doohickey of a glove that I have on, I have cut myself many a time on the mandolin, and I have finally gotten smart and gotten a little doohickey so I don't cut myself anymore. Now you're going to take your mandolin and you're going to set it up. You want these sliced very thin. You can use a knife and slice them up. However, it can take a lot of time to get them as thin as you want. So we're just going to quickly go down the mandolin here. I'm cutting these at 1/8 of an inch. You can go 1/8 or 1/16 of an inch, whichever your mandolin takes. See how easy that was? And you see how my finger kind of slid across there? I'm not bleeding today. And just like that, see these potatoes? This is exactly what we want. This is the thickness that we want these potatoes to have because we're going to stack them up with a seasoning mixture of all of these goodies here, okay? So we're going to put these in a bowl over here. And I'm just going to continue slicing until we are ready to go. Now that we've gotten our potatoes all cut up, see these nice slices we have here? Okay, we're going to set these aside and we're going to mix up our herb and olive oil and butter mixture. So we're starting off here with 4 tablespoons of butter. We're going to add to that some olive oil, about an equal amount, but just put enough in there to feel good. There's definitely a recipe you can follow. We're going to add in some of our herb seasoning here. And we want these to be really nice and herby. Is that even a word, herby? I'm going to add some minced garlic, about a tablespoon. I'm going to put a little bit of this garlic powder in, just a bit, because we really want that flavor infused all throughout it. And we've got to add some salt because, you know, potatoes need salt, okay? This is a teaspoon here. I'm going to do about 1.5 teaspoons. All right, and when they come out of the oven, we can always add a little bit more. And we're going to put in some fresh ground peppers. Nothing like fresh ground pepper. Just about 1/2 teaspoon of that as well. We don't want them to be too peppery. Let's take our whisk here and whisk these all together. Doesn't that look delicious? I wish you could smell it. The herbs just, oh, beautiful, bright smell. This is some shredded Asiago, Parmesan, and Romano cheeses I'm going to add in here as well. Okay, and I'm going to stir these in. I'm not going to use the whisk. I'm going to stir these. And this is just some grated Parmesan cheese, and this is good for the texture, and it'll also just go throughout the whole dish. So we're just going to add that's about 1 tablespoon of that. Okay, and then hit it with a little more olive oil. You see what we're doing is just making a mixture, basically making a really nice mixture. And we're going to take this and pour it directly on these beautiful potatoes. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? This is a really pretty dish too. It's a nice side dish. You can have any evening of the week. You can have it at a brunch. You can have it with the dinner party, anything. And you see how we're just mixing up the herbs into the potatoes? See how simple that is? Oh, beautiful. It's so fragrant as well. Nothing like fresh herbs. I love fresh herbs. Okay, and make sure you have it all covered, and then we'll go in with a little bit more cheese and sprinkle around because cheese makes the world go round, doesn't it? And let's hit it with one more touch of these herbs. I always do this. Again, do this to your taste. This is how I like to cook, and I admit this is my preference. I just love these herbs and garlic and seasonings, and I just get all excited in the kitchen. So I find myself going at this one more round, but make it like your family likes it, okay? There we go, and then we'll give it one more good mix. And what we're gonna do next is put these into muffin tins and stack them up, and then bake them in the oven at 375 degrees until they are soft. It should take about 45 to 50 minutes or so for them to bake. Okay, so here is my muffin tin. I have sprayed it very well with cooking spray, and this is how we're gonna stack it. See how each potato has all of these seasonings and everything on there? You're gonna put one like this down, and if it's too big, you can easily just take a knife, look, and just cut it. See? Just so you can stack it. That's all you have to do. And there. See that? And there. And you can cut the potatoes before you put them in, however you want to do it, you know? But doesn't this look delicious? Okay? And you're going to stack them up just like that, okay? Can you see? Let me move this over here, guys, so you can see it good. See that? Okay? And we're going to continue stacking in our tray until we've gotten as many potatoes in here as we can get. And then we're gonna bake it. I like to make sure I go through the entire dish once, get everything, at least make sure every tray has some potatoes in it, and then go back and fill it in and make them a little bit higher. But I always like to go through this one time first, just to make sure everybody's got some love. And the beauty of this recipe is you can make these potatoes any way you want to. You can use Cajun seasoning and make them Cajun stacked potatoes. You can do all kinds of things. You can make just a baked potato kind of stack thing, or maybe you take just some cheese and then finish them off with sour cream, and you know, however you want to do it. Now this is the fun part when you're at the end, finding a nice space for the last of your potatoes. Let's try some here. How about we go in this little corner here? There we go. And then take the last of this seasoning and just make sure you're kind of spreading it out a little bit so everybody has some of the love to go around. Oh, this looks delicious. It smells really good. I cannot wait. Okay, and that's it, guys. We're going to put this in the oven at 375 degrees and bake them for about 45 to 55 minutes until they're done. You'll know they're done when they're soft, and you can stick a fork all the way, or a toothpick all the way through. All right, we'll be back. Well, our potatoes are out of the oven. Look how beautiful they are. I want you to see how I tested their doneness. I have just a long toothpick, or you can use a fork or a skewer. And you see how it sticks all the way through? That's how I know that it's done. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take one of these out. I've let them cool for a minute. I let them sit for about 5 minutes and get cool so they can set and everything. But they look really good. I can't wait to try it. Let me try this one. This is nice and close. See how they just turn up like that? Oh yeah. And boom, look at that beautiful potato cup or potato stack. I call it a potato cup. I'm giving it a new name, guys. Look, see that? See how beautiful these are? Can you see the stack on that potato? They are just absolutely lovely. You've got nice layers of potato, and it's simply beautiful. So this is, like I said, the most elegant thing. You can do this for a weeknight. You can do this for an appetizer. You can do it at a dinner party, anything, and you can always eat one. Oh, This is really good. You taste the garlic, you taste the herbs, you taste the cheese, and you definitely taste the potato. All right, guys, this is wonderful. I love this. I can't wait to eat these. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me today in the Love Lab. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I will see you next time right here on Calabama Cooking with Chef Lorious. Have a wonderful day. Happy cooking.